Episode of the Around the Rose Radio Show. I think we're live. We're about to find out. Hold on. No. Guys, just give us 1 second here. I'm trying to figure this out here right now. Why this is not letting me. But guys, welcome to another episode of the Around the Rose Radio Show. Just want to make sure we are live right now because, like I said, first time using Rumble. Don't understand why now the app isn't working.
What's the name of the channel, John?
Hi, Ray. Hold on. Hi. Welcome back, buddy.
Hey.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, man. Fucking school and work have been kicking my ass. So I figure that I would take some time, come up here, so everybody remembers who I am, what I look like. John, what is the name of the channel?
Around the Ropes Radio Show. We're on YouTube, and now we're streaming live on the Rumble app as well.
No, John, I know what the name of the show is. I meant like on Rumble.
Oh,
is it all one word? Is it the abbreviation?
All one word, Around the Ropes.
It's not coming up at all when I'm searching for live channels.
It says we're live.
I 100% see that. It says that we've been live for 1 minute, 59 seconds. However, I am just telling you that I am searching the Rumble site, and I don't see us live.
Oh, I have to figure that part out. I haven't been able to. Literally, this is like a last minute put together type thing. But how you been? How you feeling?
I am feeling good. Exhausted. You know, a 2-hour daily drive to and from work will do that to you. On top of, maintaining a 3.9 GPA right now. Thank you very much. So, it's stressful. And I'm actually taking a break and figured I would, like I said, come by and see how everybody's doing.
Absolutely.
Especially after watching Saturday.
Oh, you mean the shit show known as Saturday Night's Main Event?
So here's the thing. Would I be as harsh as to say that it is a shit show? No, not really. David John Reynolds coming in from across the pond at 1 a.m. It is his first comment on Rumble, even though he's commenting from YouTube because he can't find us on Rumble, says, bruh, you fucking idiots aren't on Facebook. What the fuck?
Well, David, I take responsibility for that. Trying to get everything paired up here. I was able to get us on YouTube at least. By next week, we should be back on Facebook.
Okay. Okay. So whoever is in charge of the Facebook Around the Ropes social should probably go out and say, hey guys, technical difficulties, join us on Rumble. You can join us on YouTube, but we would definitely prefer a strong showing on Rumble when you can find us, so that we can make an impact on Rumble for our first, month or so. But also let them know that right now, YouTube is preferred until we get the kinks out.
Yeah. And I look at it this way. It's like everything takes us a while to get the kinks out, but we'll get the kinks out of this. But yeah, let's get into it because...
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. All right.
But yeah,
I found us on Rumble. You actually have to create a Rumble account in order for us to show up.
Oh.
So if you are trying So if you were trying to watch us just by popping into the Rumble link, you're not going to find us unless you have the direct link to, like join the show. But you actually have to follow us, and I'm going to test that theory out right now by going back home on Rumble and searching all one word around the ropes. And everything I just said was a bullface fucking lie. Because I just searched around the ropes and Pashkagad.
Guys, we're gonna figure it out. Don't worry. We'll keep you guys in the loop of what's going on.
We'll
But
still talk and we'll still work on this. I forgot.
you were talking about the lovely show called Saturday Night's
Oh
Main.
yes. Thank you for bringing my ADHD brain back on track here.
I'm gonna say this much. Hold on, Ray,
What's that?
When they announced this show, after I was actually at the Monday Night Raw when they announced it because they announced it back in March.
Yeah, at the MSG show.
I was at that show when they announced it.
You were.
And,
You left Jay and me to run the ship.
yeah, I know. And I
Biggest
remember,
mistake of your life.
and I remember, when they started putting the show together after the Knicks went on the run they did, and obviously we knew Danhausen was going to be the big attraction, so to speak.
Right.
I had a feeling this wasn't going to do good. I had a feeling in the back of my mind that there was something, because you have to remember you're coming off of, oh shit, what show are they coming? I know they just had. Obviously, I said that's main event last Saturday. I know they just had a pay per view right beforehand.
They did. Wasn't it Clash in Italy?
No, Night of Champions.
No, that's what it was.
Night of Champions.
I tend to block out the Blood Money shows.
But
And unlike Mr. Punk, I will never go back on that. They are Blood Money shows, and if they are that easy, if it's that easy to forget what they did to an American fucking reporter, then I don't know what to tell you. But Blood Money fucking shows all the time. I'm sorry. I know we're on Rumble and we have our other streaming partners. It has been a while. I should only have like 2 or 3 more in me, and then we'll be good for the rest of the night.
David says this is the only episode I'm not able to share to my wrestling group. Guess there's a first time for everything. Actually, David, if you watch us on YouTube, you actually can share the link. If you go to the bottom and it says share, it'll give you the link. You can just plop it right in. Don't worry. What we'll do is after the episode time, we'll plop it on our Facebook page, so we'll be able to see.
Well, hold on, David. I got you. Why in God's name, John, are you treating our oldest and longest? I don't mean that he's old. I'm just saying in terms of time frame for the show, our oldest / longest fan. Why are you treating him like he doesn't know how to operate the tube of views?
I'm explaining to him. I'm explaining to people because Ray, I look this way. People may be watching us now who may not know who we are, and I'm just saying.
Well, who the hell are we, John? We don't have names. People aren't going to know what to call us.
Well, guys, okay, guys, let's go through I'm John. This is.
I am Ray from Boston.
Jay is usually our third partner here. He's not here yet due to the incredibly insane weather.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. That has hit us, so he should be here soon. Yeah, guys, we are the Around the Ropes radio show. We're live every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We are live, obviously, on Rumble, but we're also on Facebook and YouTube. And hopefully, come the fall, a couple more apps as well. If you're watching us for the first time, thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Ray, is there anything else?
I don't know. I'm not. Nothing has come off the top of my head. We'll have to go through all of this again when our co-host joins, our other co-host. I am currently, due to my schedule, the part-time, formerly full-time co-host, and then we're going to have the other full-time co-host join us in Jay. My question was, is the weather there as bonkers as it was here?
Yes. I just drove through. I mean, I'm grateful where I am. It's not so bad.
Yeah,
We were like kind of like on the outskirts of it, but like I know there's parts of Jersey right now that are pretty much flooded. Parts of New York City. I know I have a lot of people who where I used to live that they're in the middle of a tornado watch, actually until 9 o'clock tonight.
bro. I have been driving for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Okay. About 28 years I've been driving for. There have literally only been two times, two, that I have been scared when behind the wheel. One of those times was today. I don't know what they are using in the new pavement, but the stretch of highway, one of the stretches of highway that I take to work and home, 146, there's a whole bunch of new pavement that they've laid out. They've been working on this thing since like, God, I started traveling 146 daily in December, and they're still working on it, right? Different sections are getting paved. Whatever they have done to the pavement on the new sections, it's terrible. The road doesn't drain like it did before. Okay? I'm talking you can drive and you'll hit a puddle, and then it'll be a little slick, then it'll kind of be a little dry, and then there's a fucking see, one more. Then there is a river that you drive through, and the whole time it doesn't even feel like your tires are actually making contact with anything.
So you feel like you're hydroplaning then?
The whole time. Was I hydroplaning? No, because I may or may not have checked to see if I was hydroplaning. When I turned the wheel, the vehicle went.
That's a good thing.
Right. So that was one of the first things that I did to make sure that I wasn't hydroplaning. Because if I was hydroplaning, well, I would probably need a new fucking last one, new vehicle. So getting back to what we were talking about, Night of Champions. I hate it. I hate since TKO has taken over. Okay. And hold on. Reading a comment from Mr. David John Reynolds over on YouTube at David Reynolds 5884. He said, fellas, there's like 2 weeks to go yet, but your show on Tuesday, August 4th, it will actually be airing Wednesday the 5th there, with him watching at 1 a.m. He's going to be sharing his birthday with us. We should do something special for David.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll definitely figure out something to do. But I'll put it this way: we don't do that for everybody's birthdays.
No, David, listen, if you want it done for your birthday, it can absolutely happen. You just need to watch us every week religiously for the next 5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So
the show's been around for almost 7 years, and David John Reynolds has been there literally since day one. He is our green shirt guy. He is our Brock Lesnar guy. He is our what's the one from Unreal? Ivan
Vlad, yeah.
Vlad, yeah. That David Reynolds holds a special place in our hearts because of the fact that he has been here since day one. And I know it takes a bigger space in John's heart because David has been through all of the amalgamations of the show, all of the tumultuous times, all of the good times, so yeah, I think we'll do something special for David.
Absolutely, we definitely will. And it's funny, I was actually driving this past week, and I'll just tell the story quickly, up actually in Connecticut. I was up at Mohegan Sun.
Mm-hmm. And why were you at Mohegan Sun, John?
For a comedy show.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, I was not able to record it. What is this? Oh, hold on. What was the comment David just said? He goes, OGF. Is that a
fan? The OG fan.
Yeah, he is he's not. I'm not even saying at this point. I'd rather something we started, in your absence. I
Hmm.
don't even call him a fan anymore. He's part of the show.
I mean, yes. I mean, he's always been part of the show.
But like I put it this way, you, myself, and Jay are the main characters. He's like one of the supporting.
You know what, David? Happy birthday. Happy early birthday.
Yes.
Because what we're going to do from now on is you will now have the responsibility of being the third co host when my schedule does not permit me to make the shows. You can be in the chat and get the chat kick-started, get the questions going, contribute to the conversation. Pretty much all the stuff you already do, but without a title.
Yeah. And you know what, David? I second that. Welcome aboard, buddy. Your seat has been waiting for you and I can now say Around the Ropes has now gone international.
I mean, we've been international since David started watching.
No, I'm saying no, but now with actual, you get my point. But no, my
Do I, though? Do I really?
I don't know. Um, so what I was gonna say was Beat Up in Mohegan Sun was fun. Being up there. So coming back, we came back Sunday. We had a show.
Who was a part of this comedy show?
I don't remember her. She's not a big name person.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a big name person, but I mean, it went pretty well from my understanding. And yes, David, we love you too, buddy. And like I said, we'll even go a step further. We're going to announce it after the show on our Facebook page.
There we go.
But like I said, being up there was fun. The funny part was coming home. We were on the Connecticut Turnpike, and now I thought I've seen everything driving in New York, Long Island. I've never seen this. You ever see a mattress on the middle of the highway?
Unfortunately, I have.
I ran over it with my car.
You don't have a big car, John.
No,
Mattresses in the middle of the highway are substantially large.
well, this was
First,
like,
why didn't you try to avoid it?
and I realized until it was too late.
Were you paying attention to the road?
Yes, I was. I'm grateful there was no damage to the car.
Yes.
I'm grateful there was no damage to the car, but no, like I said, it was fun being up there. I do want to give a shout out, by the way, before I forget. This past Saturday, we were at a Shadow Wrestling Alliance show
Mm-hmm.
in Wallington, New Jersey. And it was, I don't remember, Ray, last year there was a wrestler who died, Vince Steele.
Yep.
It was basically the Juggernaut, the Jurassic Day. It's basically a memorial show for him.
Okay.
And the show was great. It was fun being up there. The funny part was, I don't remember wrestler, the Big O, Odyssey Jones.
Mm-hmm.
He had a match against a wrestler named Cha Cha Charlie. And I was sitting in the front row. And you'll see this when the video comes out. It's in the video. Your boy right here makes quite a few appearances in that video.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, because at one point they're on the outside of the ring, and we'll get into Saturday's main event in a second here. I just had to tell the story quickly. And Odyssey Jones comes barreling around the ring. Cha Cha kind of moves out of the way, and he eats the post. And you know how wrestlers a lot of times when they eat the post, they start stumbling? He stumbled and gave me a hug. I was just sitting there going, what the hell's going on? Because I guess where I was sitting, I was kind of like right in that spot to kind of stop him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm going to say this right now. Him in the ring,
Mm-hmm.
imagine a young, fit Mark Henry.
You, sir, have just pissed Mark Henry off.
Why?
Because a young Mark Henry was still fit for a power lifter.
Yes. What I meant to say is when I saw him in the ring taking on Charlie, it reminded me a lot of the young Mark Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Similar look, similar, and especially the moves he was doing. I'm sitting there going, how does a guy like Odyssey Jones doing half these moves? But
Hold on. Are you saying that he is very reminiscent / comparable to David? I'm going to need your help. The English kid from England. That was stupid. I don't know why I just said that.
the English kid from England,
The English kid that debuted on NXT a couple of months ago.
you talking about Will Cross?
Will Cross.
Yeah, something. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I will say one thing though. One of the matches after the match, there is a group there called House of Gold, run by
Mm-hmm.
a gentleman by the name of Sean Gold. Now, if you remember, the week after Vince died, or the Tuesday after Vince Steele died, we did a memorial show on Around the Ropes.
Mm-hmm.
The last guest we had on was a kid by the name of Betty Blanco.
Mason Rook. Thank
Yes.
you.
Betty Blanco. Betty Blanco is now going by the name of Benjamin White. And he's been, he feels he's been very disrespected because of the fact of he was their champion, and then all of a sudden he became the biggest babyface of the company because of what happened to Vince Steele. So I'm here right now to basically put out there to all the other podcasters, don't be chicken shit. Ask him the tough questions. Because let me tell you right now, when he's on with us in a couple of weeks, that's an interview you're not going to want to miss. Because that's going to be an interview, I'm telling you right now, if you're a child, you might not want to be listening to that interview.
You mean if you are under the age of 18,
Do not listen to that episode.
the show will be rated NC-17.
Yes.
Is there is there a particular reason for this?
Because he feels, because after Vince died and he became the Juggernaut champion,
Mm-hmm.
he had it down for a while. Management basically said to him, we want you to drop the belt. But gave him no rhyme or reason for it. And when I saw what happened on Saturday, it kind of got me thinking, like why you turn on to this kid who was basically the face of your company, who was basically the unofficial younger brother of the guy who started this whole company.
Okay.
You're going to treat him like this?
Does seem
There's a lot more to it, but like I said, a couple weeks, Benjamin White and Sean Gold will be on together. So you're not going to want to miss that because, hide your kids. That's all I'm going to say.
or just block their ears.
Yeah, but you really want to block their ears for 35 and 40 minutes?
I mean, that's what noise canceling headphones are for, man.
But yeah, I just want to bring that up before I forget. And also later on, I do have an announcement to make.
Mm-hmm.
Ray, I know you haven't been here for a while, but this one's actually kind of a interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of puts our show in a different perspective. I'll explain why later on. But I want to get back to Saturday's main event because I want to actually get your thoughts on the Saturday main event kickoff match with Trick Williams and Laredo Kid. Now, I don't remember, because like I said, I was at another show, so I didn't get a chance to watch it live. Was that for the U.S. title?
No.
It wasn't. Okay, so it wasn't for the title.
I believe that was a non-title bout.
Now, first of all, my question is this. They did I don't feel like they did a really good job introducing Laredo Kid to the WWE fan base. Because unless you're a fan of
though?
No. But because my thing is this, unless you're a fan of AAA, or you saw him a couple of times in or you've seen him a couple of times on NXT.
Hold on. David John Reynolds over at YouTube.
I
At
was,
David Reynolds 5884 says, "I'm loving the Top Gun shades, Ray." Thank you, David. I thoroughly enjoy them as well. The problem is this: I originally got them and started to wear them when I have to record for one of my classes because the glare from the lights and the monitors were showing up on my regular glasses. And then after looking at these, they show up way worse. Well, for this show, for my other stuff, not so much. And I'm not really sure why, but it shows up way, way worse.
hey, I'm glad for one thing. I'm glad you're not watching any other videos, so we can sit there and say, Ray, you may want to close those windows down.
Right? I just don't like that's crazy.
but I,
Like
but
y'all can watch NXT off of my lenses.
yeah. By the way, WWE, please don't hit us with a copyright.
Yeah, let's not do that. I have to see if I can find a pair of aviator shades with a matte finish. Yeah,
Well,
see? Now the way that my glasses are reflecting right now, that's the way that the shades do when I am doing stuff for class. It's
like I
weird.
was, yeah, it was weird, but no, but like I said, as far as that match, I mean, it was an okay match. Nothing to really write home on. And I mean, I'm curious to see. I want to get your thoughts on this.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a return actually a couple of Fridays ago, and I think he might be inserted in this title picture. And I'm bringing it up because it's Trick Williams, but Baron Corbin.
Bro. I would have preferred him being put on Raw and going after the IC title. Because here's the thing. What do you think the narrative will? Can we let Jay in? Jay's been fucking. Jay has been sitting in the studio just waiting for us.
Well, he has to turn his camera on.
He does have to turn his camera on. He just turned his mic on.
Yes.
The narrative will. Can we let Jay in? Jay's been fucking.
Hold on. Let's see the problem.
Jay has been sitting in the studio just waiting.
Good.
I feel like Jay's listening to us very loudly.
Yeah, because I forgot Ray with the way
Okay. What was that?
the way this is on Rumble. Because you have to remember, we're not through StreamYard
Mm-hmm.
anymore. On the top is you remember how on StreamYard it was on the bottom. You could do the different ways to have us on camera.
Yeah. Yep.
This one it's on top, and for some reason, like I'm doing now. Wait, okay, now I'm by myself. What the hell's going on here? But guys, sorry for all the technical issues here. I didn't do anything.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what the hell that was. Like, what?
But you know who I blame? I blame Retribution.
Goddamn retribution.
Hey, it's long-term storytelling.
It's not Charlie.
All right, now let's see if we can bring Jay in. Like I said, guys, this is our first night on Rumble, so just bear with us here for a minute.
Yeah, they were kinks and they need to be worked out.
Yeah, but hold on. So now I'm on auto. I'm assuming that should be.
It'll probably change once he's actually in.
Yeah, but I don't. But his camera's not on. So
Well, I mean, he's got to turn his camera on. I'm pretty sure before he went back on mute, he said, "Hold on, guys."
All right, but what I was going to say though, as far as with Saturday's main event,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mind. Like I said, I didn't mind the match. Laredo Kid is good,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like WWE should have done a little bit better of a job of at least doing something, even if it was on social media. Because of the fact that yes, you had SmackDown, that was all fine and dandy. Don't get me wrong, but you could have even done something on social media, a quick 2-minute video saying, "By the way, guys, Laredo Kid is set to face Trick Williams on the pre-show for Saturday's main event. Here's a little bit more of a background story on Laredo Kid." Quick 2-minute thing. You have all the footage from AAA, so
Hold
to me,
on, the production chat's going off right now, folks. I can't hear you guys. Does that change once I join? Yeah. You got to down at the bottom, Jay. Down at the bottom. You know what? I'm just going to screenshot it and send it to him. It just makes life easier.
yes, guys, this is what we call
Flying by the pants of your seat.
so it's flying by the seat of our ass.
That's what I said. Flying by the ass of your pants.
But like I said, you know, being on, like I said, I thought the match was good. I wish they would have done that a little bit better now.
Yeah,
Uh,
I understand that.
Now we had on the show, we had obviously because of course they were in the garden. Who was the first person we had to see? But Stephanie McMahon, which again doesn't shock me at all.
Doing more and more pre-shows, I did think that it was very weird that it was just Joe and her and Joe. Like usually it'll be her, Tess, and like Jackie or Big E.
Yeah, I also remember they had Fanatics Fest.
Right. I did think that it was very weird that it was just Joe and John, can you just put him in the main studio, please?
Yeah, hold on.
Her, Tess,
Camera's not on.
and like Jackie. It doesn't matter if his camera's not on. Just put him in right now, so maybe he has the option to do it.
Hold on. There we go.
Still, I still can't hear anybody, which is horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, hold on.
Well,
We can
I
hear
can't
you.
hear anybody. I don't think that's really anything
John.
that we can do. I would check your settings there.
Does anybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
I can't hear y'all, but y'all can hear me.
Yep.
John is trying to find all ways to stop getting Jade for talking about the comedy show. That is the main event. That is the main event, okay? He's trying to find every single way. I can't even hear his reaction. I have to go to YouTube to hear it to stop Jay. But first, ladies and gentlemen, this is a big moment right here. You don't know who we have right here in the Mofo building. We have Ray, the man here, the legend, the OG, the one that started it all with John Blaine, for God's sake. Stand up, clap your hands together. He is back. Ray, welcome back. I know you work hard. You go to school and you work. You got to wait. What? 3.9 GPA. I like it. I like it. I like it. You can't believe this mofo over here. He is trying to stop Jay, Ray. He is trying to stop Jay from talking about the real main event, which was Thursday night main event. John, I don't see a video posted. You're trying to get me out of this rumble. Oh my God, I still can't even hear you guys' reaction. Jesus Christ. But enough about rumble.
Here's the funny thing, right?
John?
I'm gonna pull the curtain back a little bit, Jay, just so that you're aware.
John?
When I was in the waiting
the
room, John didn't realize that I was there. And I heard him mumbling to himself that he had to figure out a way to mute Jay so he wouldn't start talking about the comedy show. Because if you notice, in the beginning of the show, he was talking about it. I was trying to press him, like, why were you there? Who was part of it? And he was like, oh, it's good. Little known talent. She was good. Not really all that well known. I hit a mattress on the way home. So he completely just no-sold us.
Well, I was going to get to that.
Guys, I still can't hear, but on YouTube there's like a big lag, so I'm like catching all of Ray's like comments right about now.
Hey, do me a favor.
John USOB, you done it once again. You have stopped Jay in his tracks.
Open up Rumble
Jesus.
in an incognito browser and see if you can get
Jesus
hear us better
Christ.
with
Can't hear
less of a lag.
nobody. That's right, David. The staple is complete. Still
Yes.
missing one more special guest, though. Don't forget about that.
I mean, we are
Yeah.
our dedicated executive producer.
Yeah, he should be back at some point. But what I was about to say, guys, we gotta get back on track here.
Yes.
Tag team title match. Fatal Influence takes on the team of Brie Bella and Paige. Eddie, I'm not surprised.
No, by God, Jesus, it took them long enough.
I've said this now for a while. They have to get rid of those belts.
Your tag team champions shouldn't be a last minute thrown together tag team.
Yeah, but
I don't care who it is. I don't care if Randy Savage and Racist Mania fucking come out of the grave to reunite.
But here's the thing though. You look at the history of those belts. With the exception of what we're seeing, Fatal Influence, Nia Jax, Lash Legend,
Yeah.
that team, the Iconics,
Uh-huh.
and Bailey and Sasha, way back in the beginning.
Yeah.
90% of the people who have held those women tag belts have been last minute put together people, because what notoriously happens is a week after they win the belts, person A turns on person B.
Yeah, because listen, we all know that generally happens. We were waiting for it for a while with the New Day until the New Day said it's not happening. We are actively fighting so that this never happens because we don't want this to happen. Right?
We all know that
And
generally happens.
Well, what happened?
Waiting for it for a while with the New Day until the New
Go
Day
on.
said
ooh,
it's not
disembodied
happening. We are actively
voices.
fighting
There we go.
so
And
that
we're back.
this never happens because we don't want this to happen.
And we're gone.
Right?
And we're back.
And
Okay, guys, I'm not touching anything. My hands are right here.
for it for a while with the New
Unless I
Day
check the last 2 minutes.
Go on, say it's not happening. There we go. So that this never
So,
happens because we don't want this to happen. And we're gone. Right?
Jay, you're going to lower your volume a little bit. Okay, guys, I'm not touching anything. My hands are right here. Unless I check the last 2 minutes.
Can't hear. Goddamn thing. Jay can't hear nobody. This is so sad. Everybody can hear me talking about John. He did it again. Bastard. I'm trying to get his loophole out of his comedy show. Jesus Christ.
I'm just trying to. Maybe we should have figured this out before we went live.
yeah, that probably would have been a really good idea. Really good.
But here's the problem. With all of our work hours, it didn't work out. Yeah, I played it. I'm just trying to. Maybe we should have figured this out before we went live.
That probably would have been a really good idea. Really good.
But guys, let's try to get back into some wrestling talk as we try and figure all this out. So now when we, now obviously,
Don't worry. I'm here. Don't worry, folks. I'm here for the smiles and everything. Please hit that like button, subscribe while Jay is smiling the whole night.
What? We're just gonna see Jay go like this?
Yes, that's right. Just hit the button.
Right.
Hit and like. And
And
subscribe.
what's it gonna be? Jay's gonna be sitting there all night going like this?
The moderator has stopped Jay in all his tracks.
He's gonna start throwing up like cue cards like
Hit the like
follow,
button, subscribe.
subscribe. Rumble.com/around the ropes.
That's
Well, almost like when Sammy Guevara.
a good way to figure this out.
Yes, during pandemic
I'll
era
be back.
AEW. Yep.
Oh my
You
god.
sure you want?
Oh my god. And now Jay is gone.
And Jay is Jay, if you can still hear me, buddy, try just a fresh restart. If you're working on a laptop, just restart that device. And if you're working off of a desktop, I would hard reset that. Just hold down the power button till everything goes quiet, and then just unplug it from the wall. Wait
Yes.
5 seconds, and then do it all over again.
Yes, but I want to just bring up, we talk about the tag titles, and now I'm gonna ask you this now: who do you have Fatal Influence go up against now for those belts?
Anybody. I would have them go up against anybody.
Well,
And everybody. Put teams together. This is an instance where you put teams together. You have an actual factual team.
Yeah.
And now you can start putting teams together, right? And then when Nikki comes back and she's healthy, hold on.
I'll go a step further because I got another team I think you can put in there very easily. Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton.
Yes, but again, that's not even really a team. That's just throwing two people together. Tiffany's got her fucking freaking papa title.
Yeah, but here's the thing: at this point, unless it's fatal, unfortunately, at this point, there's no established tag teams that are in WWE that are on the women's side, other than Fatal Influence.
No, I know that you have the Irresistible Forces, you have the Bellas, you can also bring. Why not bring women's tag teams up from NXT? I understand that they have their own title. You can still bring them up and have them go for the big women's title.
Yeah, but my question is this though: realistically, yeah, I think David has a point here.
I mean, you absolutely can. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I think like I said, I think. Oops, sorry, what I do? Are we still there?
Yeah, you're in front of me.
Oh, I actually hit David's YouTube channel. Whoops. But I will say one thing though. When you look at, like I said, the first team that comes to mind to me is Chelsea and Tiffany. Obviously, I know they're a big tag team, but they work together. I think if you want to go another route, it's gonna be a stretch. But if Brie eventually turns on Paige,
which it's just a matter of time, and it's not really so much going to be that Brie turns on Paige. It's going to be that Nikki and Brie turn on Paige, because what's going to end up happening is Nikki's going to come back. Nikki's going to blame Paige for being pinned or for somehow losing the titles, and then Nikki's going to be Brie's going to be on Nikki's side as always. And
what about this for possible tag team? Paige and AJ Lee.
I'm not opposed to it.
I mean, they do have a story history together.
They do, but AJ's part-time, man.
All right, hold on. Jay is back. All right, now let's try this again.
Oh my goodness, is that Jada Parker on my TV screen? It's Parker?
Oh, hello.
You unmute yourself, goof.
You try to stop me, John, but it didn't work. We are going to talk about the most main event that happened this past week, folks. We're going to talk about. Let me back up a little bit. They got a big head Hold on. Let's just back up a few seconds.
I was about to say. I was about to sit there and say, is he around the ropes?
I mean,
Where's
seriously,
the video you
close-up.
promised us? Where is the video you promised us, buddy?
Jay, we're talking about Saturday's main event.
You see this? You hear this, folks? He's backing out once again.
Well, because actually Thursday that's main event actually led to something on August 22nd.
But it was Thursday. Main event was Saturday. Yeah.
You might want to pull the camera
I'm
back.
just saying,
Jay, we can see the wrinkles.
I mean, honestly, Jay, it is such an extreme close-up. We can see the thoughts running through your head right now.
It's a beautiful thing. It's scary too. It is a little scary.
Okay, Christopher Walken. It's a beautiful
Jesus
thing,
Christ. This guy tried to stop me in all channels just to talk about it. Go ahead. Talk about the main event. Go ahead.
No, I mean, Jay, while you were trying to get the camera not to be 3 inches from your nose.
It's funny, right?
Oh yeah, it's hysterical.
I think so.
We're talking about women's tag belts. Okay.
What about it?
As we saw, new tag team champions Fatal Influence took the belts off of Brie Bella and Paige, and Ray and I were talking about what teams could you see going up against Fatal Influence. So I'm going to ask you.
No teams. You know why? Because there's no teams. That's it. It's a bunch of women being put with another bunch of women that we don't have anything creative to do with them whatsoever. The only story that's going to pay off next year will be Charlotte and Bliss.
Yeah.
That's it.
I forgot about it.
I haven't seen Lash Legend on TV since she got married. First time I seen her this past Friday. I don't see other women's tag team on the show or on Raw. Just saying.
No, there's none. And unfortunately, I've been saying it for a while, unless you're going to start building up legit tag teams, why haven't
Now I ask you guys this, and I ask Ray because he's the expert on this. Now, is it WWE's fault, or is it the fact that they don't have enough women to be in tag teams?
No. So listen, here's the thing. At one point, they did have enough women, okay? And now that they don't, now they don't. That is nobody else's fault but WWE. WWE was the one that wanted to increase their profit margin, so they cut wrestlers. They offered wrestlers, half of what they were making. They have done housekeeping. They everybody now around WrestleMania time and Royal Rumble time, other than the winners, what do we care about? Who's going to be in the first round of layoffs? Who's going to be in the next round of releases?
It's not good.
You could have kept Alba Fire or that was her name, right? Alba Fire?
Yeah, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn.
Yeah, you could have kept both of them. Or if you really wanted to let Isla Dawn go, you could have kept Alba Fire, and now that Chelsea Green is healthy, you could have that team.
That's the other thing. Also, isn't not Alba Fire, Dewdrop still injured?
Yeah, she had a very severe neck injury, very similar to Osprey, and hers, just like Bianca's finger, could be a career ender. Which is hilarious, but not in a hilarious way. If you consider everything that Bianca has, all the injuries Bianca has come back from, for it to be a finger that takes her out.
Well, I know she's pregnant right now.
Well, yeah, that too. But even before she was pregnant, they were talking about, could this injury actually be a career ender for Bianca? Bianca, late last week, posted an update of her finger. It looks the same It is finger, cue ball.
Yeah, that's
She
not.
can't. It is her ring finger, right? She can't bend that. You want to try doing anything that requires supporting your weight and or anybody else's weight without bending your ring finger?
That's gonna hurt.
You can't. You cannot safely do that.
But I want to keep things moving here because obviously, the big match we had,
Match.
the attraction
What big match?
match was Danhausen took on JD McDonagh.
Oh God. Oh.
No. Listen. He is correct. It was the attraction match. It wasn't the main event. Wasn't the biggest match on the card. It was the special attraction match.
And
It's overdoing. It's overdoing.
Dominic Mysterio. So all of a sudden, nearly through the match, it was 2-on-1 attack. Danhausen. Well, before the 2-on-1
Well,
attack,
that's because JD in the beginning threw out the no disqualification challenge, and Danhausen accepted it, so that gave judgment.
As every Danhausen match is becoming. No DQs.
all of a sudden, he threw what I think looked like a cat or something.
It was a cat that was in a canary cage and the ripped up Knicks jersey. And what came out was New York's own Karl Anthony Towns cat.
I don't know what the hell I watched. Oh my God.
Listen, I will say this. I had no idea how tall Karl Anthony Towns actually was.
I think
That man stepped over the ropes easier than Giant Gonzalez.
I will say one thing though. When he came out and he was walking down the ramp, and you kind of saw the way they were shooting it, like with the camera, they were shooting more downward, so it looked like he was taller.
Right.
But I will say one thing though, and I get the fact that because of where they were, he got that pop. But I don't think I've ever seen a celebrity get a reaction like he did. Now, yes, a lot of it was because of where they were. I'm not taking that away. You would have done that in another building, you would have had a few people who were saying, "Oh, yay, Karl Anthony Towns."
That's kind of why they did it there, though.
Oh yeah, no,
the world champion Knicks, and they've made every member of the Knicks that was on that show Saturday has made it a point to let us know that they are WWE fans and have been for almost their entire lives. I don't
know. I don't know what the hell I saw Saturday night. That's how I sum it up. I don't know what the hell I saw.
Jay, according to David, he's out for you, Jayhausen.
Now, please. That's very disrespectful, especially after Saturday night's main event. Got disrespected.
So listen, Jay brings up a good point.
I don't know what I saw.
I don't say that very often.
I don't know what I saw, and Ray agrees.
He does. He does. I do. First of all, and secondly,
he's back.
He was right. He meaning Jay. It does seem like WWE. It does seem that TKO is very much like, hey, the crowd really digs that dude. Jam him down everybody's throat.
Yeah, let's overload him.
We can't just. Do you know why The Undertaker changed his image the first time? I'm not talking about to American Badass. I'm talking something simple. Gray Undertaker to purple Undertaker. Does anybody know why?
That's a good question. I really don't know. I would like to hear.
Because these are his words. He felt that because he had been wearing those clothes, the black and the gray, for so long, and him being, back then they called it featured, now it's jammed down our throats so much that he felt that the character was getting stale. So he started small things like little splashes of color, started showing his tattoos more. Ultimately, it turns into a complete character revamp, and you see the American Badass. Then you see Big Evil. And then we go to the Gunslinger Undertaker. That came out to the Johnny Cash song.
Oh God.
You know?
I really hated the Big Evil. I hated that.
You hated Big Evil?
I didn't like it. It was too much. Every time he spoke, it was like, I'm Big Evil. Like, okay, bro, I got it. Like, come on, stop jamming it in my throat every Friday on SmackDown, please.
But did you watch?
Of course, SmackDown was the hottest at that time.
When he jammed it down your
Taker's
throat.
fault. It wasn't Taker's fault, though. You know, there was a lot of other players that made it fun and interesting, like Edge and Ray. You know, Eddie and JBL.
Well, I guess now we learned one thing tonight. Jay liked to get things stripped.
You know, I'm gonna say this.
He did love it. He did say he loved it when the Undertaker was jammed down his throat.
What Ray's trying to say is that Taker's involving with the time. Yes. And unfortunately, we're not getting that in WWE lately. I'm not seeing nothing fresh. I'm seeing the same storyline that, you know, John brought up a couple weeks about Danhausen and Judgment Day and the money. And I told John, they didn't even explain that on Raw. How are they talking about the money? He owes money. And it's still continuing, which I'm still at a loss right now. I'm like, is this the best we got? Are we not evolving with the time and putting some fresh storylines that actually make sense for us? I mean, what are we watching? Well, besides that first match with the title change, John, that you talked about, the women's tag team, it had to go to them. And both women were very impressive. This was probably the best match you would see on that Saturday night main event. Everything else was just a lackluster of celebrating the Knicks, New York, and MSG. It was a money grab.
I would say that there is a toss-up between best match of Saturday night's main event.
No.
Yes. No. Fatal Influence.
Okay.
Right?
I like it. I like where you're going.
Lyra and Bailey.
I can't do that.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't even know. Storyline-wise,
listen.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Hey, listen.
The character development and the character work that Lyra is doing right now. The way that she just by changing her facial expressions, how she has completely just changed the structure of her face.
Why I wanted Ray back. This is why I've been asking for it. But listen, I don't care. Okay? I'm going to tell you why. I don't know what I saw, but I'll tell you what I did see. I did see a storyline that looked like it came to a close, and I'm a little conflicted. For the fact that it just started, right? We just started to see Lyra's change. She just cut a promo, which I thought was really well. But the way that it ended, it feels like, okay, this is it. I'm out of action. The rumors about our contract coming up in a couple months. Is this the way we really want to end it? Because it just started, right? It just started. So for Jay, as watching it as a fan, I felt like, I don't know. Like I felt I saw the last of Bailey. I could be wrong.
Well, do you remember the last appearance that Ricochet had on WWE TV?
Ricochet, he got what? Power bomb through the car or something like that.
Yeah, he got squashed.
Squash. Yeah, squash. Right.
In a parking lot brawl.
Right.
So this is pretty on par for what they have been doing lately. And yeah, do I think that was Bailey's last match in WWE? Abso-friggin-lutely.
Oh, man.
Am I happy about it? No.
Oh, I'm not. I wasn't happy how it finished because, listen, you want to get some steam on Lyra, it's Bailey. I think they needed another match in this. This is just way too fast.
If they are 100% committed to this Bailey, to this Lyra,
they're committed. They're definitely committed.
It seems that they're definitely committed, right?
Yep.
The match that her and Bailey had Saturday was not nearly brutal enough. If they know that Bailey is leaving and they are committed to this heel turn, which obviously they are, Bailey should have been the one limping out of there with blood all over her. That's what should have happened.
And just to tell folks that didn't watch it, the blood was by accident by Bailey hitting the elbow on Lyra's face, which I thought made it a little more better to watch.
Yeah, no, it definitely made it seem like a little bit. It made it seem a little more real. And yes, it wasn't. There was a malfunction at the junction. It wasn't a planned color spot. That was completely. And if you pay attention, you see that the ref is trying to attend to Bailey, right? And the ref is trying to attend to Lyra, and she's gushing blood. Bailey comes out. The ref's like, you really muffed her up, right? What does Bailey do? Bailey goes for the cover. Bailey throws her in the ring to throw her to the opposite side of the ring, right in front of the trainer. Then what happens? The camera cuts away to
towel.
Yeah, the camera cuts away to Bailey and the ref inside. The trainer cleans it up real quick, make sure that yeah, exactly. And then she does the spot where she chokes Bailey on the top rope, slingshots her back, and then goes back to the trainer for more time. So,
Hey, look, we have disagreements about match of the night. We're going to take John's take in a minute. But I'm just going to say this. I just think it's too early because, honestly, I can't picture any opponent I could put in the ring with Lyra that could just get her to that, I want to challenge for the IC belt. Unless it's some contendership or some fatal four-way. I think she needed to work Bailey a little more in order to get that shot against Soul in the next few months. But I just think everything was it's just way too fast to end this, guys. And I don't like it because I like Bailey. She's a hell of a talent. But if this is the way she's going to go, I think I like Ray's take. I would like to see her limp out of the ring. Limp out of the ring if that's your last time.
Yeah.
But, that's just me.
I agree with what you guys are saying. I'm just curious because I feel like also with Lyra, and you guys really want to touch on this. I feel like she's almost doing the Tatum Paxley gimmick now.
Yeah, but it's two differences, right? Because one is out of hatred, the other one's just strange. So if you have someone that has so much hatred and so much heat off of one individual and finally finished it off Saturday night, where do we go from here? I can't just put that against Soul and kind of make a story or something out of it. I got to put it with a few players first, at least two.
I think also, yes, did you have to turn her heel?
You had to.
You had to, but I think you could have waited.
You had to.
I think you could have waited.
Waited. Yeah, John, you're right, and I'm sure Ray, when he comes back, he's gonna agree. It could have been waited.
Because I'm only saying that for one reason. As a fan, and we're supposed to be emotionally invested in this.
We are.
Why are we supposed to sit here and almost feel sorry for Lyra that she has all this hatred? There's no, what I'm trying to say is there's no story there. It's just,
yeah, you're right.
All of a sudden she decided to turn heel, and all of a sudden, oh, I hate you. It's like, well, why do you hate her? Explain to the fans who are watching this, who are spending the couple of $1,000s, why do you hate her? What's the reason? Are you pissed because, you were supposed to get the pin in the tag title match and Bailey took it?
It's just, I don't know, bro. I try to figure it out, but I think Lyra needed to go heel.
I think they did a pretty good job of explaining it. Like, to me, it seems like a reasonable, explanation. Her and Bailey became friends. She thought she was going to learn and grow under the Bailey learning tree, and she didn't do it to the extent that she felt that it should have happened.
All right.
Which is fine. I think that's a very viable excuse for wanting to stomp somebody's face in.
Can we all not forget that we never got the explanation of how Bailey lost her split personality gimmick? It just died and she just stopped using it. That didn't make sense to me at all either.
I don't even remember what the hell you're talking about.
When she was using her other gimmicks from the past, NXT,
and the ding dong, and she was kind of going in a split mind and all that.
That's
We
right.
never got an explanation of how that stopped. It just stopped.
That is true.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I'm like, no, I want to be respectful.
Hey, look, if it's Bailey's last match, you ended it on the right note. MSG.
Yeah,
So be happy.
and also she did put over a talent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
mean, they always tell you if you're going out, it doesn't matter what company you're in. If you're in WWE, AEW, if you're going out, you're gonna go out with your back on the mat, looking up at the lights.
Well, it's one of those unwritten rules of of wrestling. One of those unwritten yet everybody knows rules.
Yeah,
Where if you're going out, you go out on your back.
yeah.
Guys, I ask you this. Do you guys feel within the last, I don't know, let's say 2 years, do you feel like Bailey even evolved whatsoever?
I think the focus was more so on Lyra.
I'm going 2 years back, so this is way before Lyra. Lyra, they
Yes,
probably had a year. So I'm going a year
for about
before that.
a year before that.
Yeah,
Um,
before the Lyra.
I mean, they did give her more of an edge,
But
I would,
did it evolve? Did it
about it.
turn
Well-
into something? Did it go anywhere?
I'll go a step further. When she dropped the hugger character
Mhm.
initially, and she started going that route, I feel like that's where she had a little bit more of an edge.
Yeah,
And it was a brief. I'm talking brief, maybe month or two.
Right.
because there was nobody available.
And that's the issue, though. That's the issue, though. And if everything is accurate and she is going to AEW, I mean, there's an endless list there. I mean, personally, to me, I hope she doesn't go the route of AEW. I'm
I
explaining why.
agree.
Because how many times we see everybody sit there and say, "Oh, they're going to go to AEW, go to AEW," and then all of a sudden they go to AEW, they have a month or two of a run. All of a sudden it's like, "Oh my god, they're the next big thing," and then all of a sudden they're forgotten about.
I agree with you. I don't think she should. She's to me is like the New Day. They should never jump.
I would
They'll
love.
come back.
I'd love to see her go. If I have to pick one company,
Impact.
no,
They need her bad.
I'll go a step further.
Here we go.
NWA.
I was
Let,
gonna say Mohegan Sun.
I'm gonna say
Mohegan Sun. Bailey.
let her work in NWA.
How about this? She doesn't need to work.
No, I mean she could just do the
They're
indie.
good. She could just train.
Yeah, I mean I'll go a step further. I mean the fact of
Need to work.
with what she's done, I mean and that's one thing NWA doesn't have. NWA doesn't have that veteran female presence.
But listen to this. Let's talk about Bailey's career. Did she ever did anything revolutionary in the business? No. Everybody's just gonna go into that one match at NXT in Brooklyn, and I agree with everybody. But was there anything revolutionary? Was there everything that she changed in the business of WWE? No.
You don't necessarily have to change.
No, I'm
anything in
trying to
business.
point out that it's not the wrestler. It's just creatively to me it looks like they gave up on her the last 2 years. That's how I
We'll stick you
feel.
with Lyra, and
Because I'm pretty sure if you're a veteran, a Grand Slam champion, and you're going to go to the Hall of Fame, I'm pretty sure you weren't happy with Lyra at first. I'm pretty sure that wasn't your first option. You wanted to be in the main event. You cried about it, right? We gave it to you that 1 year, and you keep crying about it. You went on Mark Calloway's show complaining how about people just leave. They just get their bags and leave. They don't even care about the business, this and that. I'm not even featured in the main event. I don't know why. I don't know why they took me out of WrestleMania. It's not the wrestler's fault, man. She's just speaking facts. Like creatively, they don't have nothing for me. But here's the twist, Ray. You have to come up with your own creative ideas as well. You can't just rely 100% on the writers to come up with something. You got to rely on it too. And we've seen it with Lyra. I feel like Bailey's ideas were used there. But I'm talking about before that, when you wanted to be that main event spot. You don't just cry about it on Mark Calloway and make a whole talk about it. And that's my issue. I think WWE, they look at certain people like, yeah, we had her. She was hot. Now, we got nothing for her.
I mean,
She's not marketable. She's not money, right?
I get what you're saying, but
So
also
sad.
let's not forget what Austin. When you talk about Bailey going on Calloway's show and complaining,
Yeah.
let's not forget that when Austin felt, and I'm talking about Steve Austin, arguably the biggest
Money draw.
star, the biggest money draw, one of the most notable professional wrestlers, to the point where he has spawned several different shows, just based off of his name, has a beer company, like, he walked away from the business, from the company several times because of the fact that he was in the position that Bailey was in. The difference is kayfabe existed then. Nobody had podcasts. Do I for 1 second think that if podcasts existed back then, and they were as successful then as they are now, do I for 1 second think that Austin would have gone on one of those podcasts and blown people's eardrums out? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Well, he did have Duran in ECW, so let's not forget about that one.
Right. But that was before he was in WWE. I'm talking about specifically when he was in WWE, how some could argue at the height of his popularity.
Yeah.
To quote The Rock in the promo that he delivered the Monday after it broke that Austin walked out, took his ball and went home. So you can't, there are times, and we all go through this. We've gone through this with bosses. We've gone through this with acquaintances, family members. You can only tell them or suggest something to them so many times before you get tired of not being heard, or them not being receptive and telling you no for everything that you suggest. Do I think a lot of that is WWE creative? I think it's 50-50. At this point, now seeing what we're seeing and hearing how they want to once again inject Pat McAfee into SummerSlam because they feel that the ticket sales are slow, and how TKO is trying to push that. I think 50% of it is the Vince hanger-ons in creative. And I think the other 50% is TKO. I think that if you got rid of the Vince hanger-ons, your Michael P.S. Hayeses, your Bruce Pritchards, and you stuck specifically with your Jason Jordans, your, can't remember his real name, Edward Park, your Edward Park, Joseph Park, your Joseph Park, your Jason Jordans, your Bobby Roodes, your Petey Williams, and
what's his face from Spirit Squad?
Oh yeah, Lenny Dykstra.
Yeah,
really, we're gonna go with what's his face?
I forgot his name for a second in my head.
It is Lenny Dykstra's kid.
John disrespect wrestlers, by the way.
John disrespected baseball and wrestling in one breath just now.
Yeah, he does that a lot. I just let him talk.
Dykstra, and honestly, and I know that they will never do it because of how vocal he has already been about the treatment of the wrestlers. Freddie Prinze Jr.
God.
This is no. Listen, you really need to listen and go back to the shows on Raw where they gave him the head writer position. He wasn't always head writer. There were certain episodes where he was head writer or head contributor, right? Those were actually a lot of those Raws during that very bad time of Raw where we were like, wow, that's a really good Raw. Maybe they're turning the curve. Those were Freddie Prinze.
Listen, I
No.
saw She's All That, and that's enough of that. All right.
What the frig does She's All That have to do with his
Yeah, I can't
ability
hear about
professional
Freddie Prinze.
wrestling?
All right. Just feel like changing the channel. But go ahead.
My God.
All I'm gonna say is this: your whole point is, listen, nobody's knocking at you what you're saying, but Jay's gonna say this: no matter what happens, you got to be professional. And I think Austin realized. I think Austin realized that. Hold on, when he took his ball and went home, I think Austin realized, like, yeah, I kind of effed up. I should have not done that. I wasn't very professional. I wasn't thinking about the others. I wasn't thinking about the company. And I'm just saying with this, if this is Bailey's last time,
see, right there is wrong.
How?
He is.
You can't go on a talk show and badmouth WWE.
Listen to me.
You can't do that.
Literally just talked about Austin. Austin took his ball and went home because they wanted to put a big
Brock Lesnar. I get it. The Raw. I get all that.
TV, where back in the day when they were still getting paid guaranteed low ends and most of their money was coming from merchandise sales and pay-per-view buys, he was like, no.
Two different eras, baby.
We can make a kill.
All I'm saying, you got to be professional at all costs.
You can't say it's the same thing, and then when
you got to be professional. If they give you, if they let you book, listen. If they book you with the horrible Jada Park and all these NXT shows, you got to be professional.
More money.
You cannot go and say the wrestlers want to get paid and go home. You can't say this stuff. Can't, baby. You can't. That's my point.
Do you know?
I'm not even talking about Austin. I don't even care about Austin. Retired. I don't even care about that. I'm talking about Bailey. You can't go and just start saying stuff.
She answered questions that were posed to her by a WWE Hall of Famer who has background knowledge of the entire situation.
Hey, that dude is trying to get information. He tried to get Rey Mysterio to shit on CMLL. Rey was too smart for that. I know what you're trying to do. I ain't going to do it. Smart man. That's all I'm saying. Just got to be professional. But let's get off Bailey because I'm getting a headache. I don't know. It's too big. And John is slowly laughing. No, John is slowly laughing because he's trying to get away. He's trying to get away with the comedy show. That's what it is. That's why he's slowly laughing. He's hiding in the corner. Listen, we talked about this Bailey crap for too long. Let's talk about the show. Why didn't you tell everybody that's watching what happened Thursday night at the show? Because obviously you didn't record it. And if you probably did, you're not going to play it. So
he already said that he couldn't record it because his phone wasn't working.
It's okay. It's okay because he's a comedian, right? So that means comedians could do it on the spot, right? So that means he could do a minute. That means he could do a minute of comedy right in front of us. But John, tell us about Thursday. Let's get into that before we get into that.
I was going to say, are you guys okay now? Because
Wait, hold on. John, if you're living under the rock because you have a big ego and you don't know what's going on, me and Ray do this all the time. Doesn't mean we have bad blood and we hate each other. No. He calls us as Stephen A. and Skip Bayless. You got to pay attention. Come on. Stay in the zone, all right? Everything's cool. We don't care. We have different opinions.
The formula is simple. If you notice that Jay and I, for most of the show, have been agreeing with each other, you know it's only a matter of time before the hand grenade goes off.
This guy really thinks we're going to hit each other with pans and shit. But anyway, John, Thursday, Mohegan Sun, please stop. Let's go.
I will say this much. Beat Up at Mohegan Sun was a shit ton of fun. It was
look at what he did. Look at what he did. For those of you that aren't watching and right now and can only hear, he brought up the comment from our great friend David John Reynolds at David Reynolds 5884 on YouTube. He said, yes, absolutely. Get rid of Pritchard immediately and definitely.
They never will. As much as we wanted.
That was a nice little try to get out of
it. Okay, David,
thanks
for buying John some time, David.
Is that what you want to do as well?
David, we appreciate you buying John some time, but now it's time for John talk. Go ahead, John.
it was being in that building was fun. You walk in there. Obviously, the first stop we made. I'll kind of give the quick story. Of the first stop we made was Krispy Kreme donuts.
Was this before or after you ran over the mattress on the highway?
That was before.
Ran over, Jay?
God, bro.
He ran over an entire mattress on the highway. I said, John, how do you do that? Why did you not just swerve out of the way? He was like, oh, I didn't see it until it was too late.
Were you
Doing?
Were you okay? Or were you nervous because you hit a mattress? Like, that's huge. That's pretty big.
Right?
Uh,
He didn't hit it. He drove over it like his little itty bitty car was a monster truck and that was a Matchbox car.
and you somehow stayed on the road.
Yeah, I was fine. I mean, granted, if the girlfriend was in here right now, she'd be telling a totally different story right now.
Oh, so what you're saying is Amanda needs to join us for this.
But she has, she does have the video link, so she is watching us.
John, go into the comment. You went in there. What? What happened?
She can always text me if she wants the link, and maybe we can get the story and the truth. I don't know. Just saying.
We got there a little bit after 7, actually, because we had reservations beforehand.
Nice.
And it was actually at MJ's place. Michael Jordan has 2 restaurants.
Yeah, I know that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, upstairs. And they give you these napkins, and they're not autographed by Michael Jordan, but there's like the fake autograph. So I turned around and I said, "Is there any way I can get a couple to bring home?" She's like, "Yeah, sure, not a problem." Amanda looks at me, she goes, "Only you would ask for napkins." I'm like, "You're at MJ's restaurant." I'm like, "You have napkins here signed by Michael Jordan."
But it's really not signed by Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it's reprinted. It's reprinted on there, but I was like, you know what? It's a memento.
This guy started a comedy show by stealing napkins. Jesus Christ.
Auto-penned napkins that were then replicated.
Yes.
This is getting funnier. This is the show right here. This is the comedy show right here. Then, a mattress, stealing napkins.
No, we didn't. They had a mechanical bull at this place.
Really?
I did
at MJ's?
They had
the hell?
No, at the Roadhouse.
Okay. About
at
to
the
say.
Roadhouse. They had a
so you wrote on it?
No, I did not. It was out of order when we got there. Got up on stage, did about 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
My bit was basically talking about growing up in the 90s compared to now.
Okay. Was there any chuckles? What happened? What was the reaction?
A few chuckles here and there. Especially I made the comment of, kids nowadays.
Giggles, if you will.
A little bit.
One of my jokes was, kids nowadays don't know what a snow day is. Because
what? What you said?
Kids these days, the young kids.
Yeah. Keep going.
Don't know what a snow day is.
Excuse me. I wanted to laugh harder, but I just didn't know when. A snow day?
Yeah, they don't.
Okay, where did you go with that? Like, there's more to that, right?
No, that I'm like, back in my day, when it snowed outside, we didn't have to worry about going to school. Again, wasn't my best material.
Okay, so
you do realize that even in
point?
Today's technologically advanced, age, that they still have snow. Like my school, I work in a K through 12 district, didn't get out of school until the last Thursday of June because of the snow days, which they had off because they're snow days.
Was not one of my better bits.
Okay, what else do you talk about? Right. Snow days and what?
VHS tapes and stuff like that. I had. Yeah, it wasn't one of my better.
Don't act like you don't know what a VHS tape is. Don't even.
No, I want to hear what the punch is on the VHS. Where were you going with that? VHS.
We actually had to walk up and walk a couple of feet to hit the rewind button on a VHS tape.
You can tell John was an only child. Shit, that's what little siblings were for.
Hey, I was the oldest of 3 kids.
Wait, where's the part when I laugh? Like where when you get up and hit the play? I don't.
Again,
This is
I
really
know,
funny.
I know the stereotype is Jewish people are always funny. Well, apparently this Jewish person didn't get that memo.
John, I could tell right now you fully did not prepare, my friend.
No, but I do have good news though.
You lied. You lied to all of us. You said you were prepared last week. Did you forget
Well,
what you said on the show?
You can tell how irritated Jay gets based on how much of his accent
He
comes
said,
out.
listen, he said last week, I prepared. I am prepared. I'm not going to say anything. Well, the only way you get it is the tickets. And now he's telling me, no, I wasn't prepared.
I didn't even bother preparing. I just
I wasn't prepared.
had a thought process and I went with it. Just threw everything against the wall, see what stuck.
Okay. What happened with VHS after that?
Again, it was not.
Okay, how do you end it? What do you end it with? Obviously, you had an ending.
What was the take home?
What was the ending of all this?
I don't remember now. No, because without going into full blown details, okay, there was a lot of stuff that happened afterwards.
Like what?
Oh,
I didn't get a lot
you
of.
get heckled.
I didn't get a lot of sleep.
Oh, so that's why you ran over the mattress. Your dumbass started to nod off instead of having the girlfriend drive. I was paying attention, guys. Through my eyelids.
So what will you rate yourself at that night? 1 to 5, 5 being the best. Where will you put yourself at?
2. I have a lot more
Wow.
learning to do.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Well,
You did it. Congratulations to you, sir. You tried something new, whether it sounded you did pretty bad. But overall, okay? Overall.
Master of backhanded.
Yeah, you did pretty. Okay.
God.
All right, you did bad. All right. I wanted to be nice. That's why I added pretty as an adjective, but you really did bad. All right. You suck. But overall, did they come up to you after and say, hey, you want to try this again? You want to do it? Did that come up?
Thank God you actually
And
brought
even
that
more
up.
importantly, did you say yes?
Well, actually, I'm glad you guys brought that up. Because coming up, August 22nd.
This mother father. This dirty mother father.
Yo, this guy posted a picture. Oh,
Bro,
I'm
he
dying.
had us hook, line, and sinker.
And he did it at the best part. He blocked
milked it.
Jay's face. He
Knew
blocked Jay's face
exactly
while
what he
doing
was
it.
doing.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
since you guys asked, allow me to throw up this giant promo ad for the next time that I do comedy, Saturday, August 22nd at 7:30 p.m. at the Governor's Comedy Club at
Where's
the
this at?
Giggle Room. Tickets are only $22 plus a service fee plus a 2-item minimum. 16 plus only. Tickets must be prepaid. Please call 516-731-3358 or govs.com. The address of the club is 90 Division Ave, Levittown, New York. Doors open at 5:30. Showtime is 7.
Man, you're in big trouble, bro. They calling it the Giggle Room. You better make them giggle. Oh,
Jay, I was actually going to say this. If you were, because it's actually right by you, because it's actually on Long Island, not Mohegan Sun. If you want
okay, you still know Jay don't live in Long Island, but hey, you're right.
And also,
it is nearby.
It's still closer to you than Mohegan Sun. Why you got to nitpick?
Well, I do work in Stamford, so I'm kind of close to Mohegan.
all I'm going to say is I drove into Connecticut twice the last 2 weekends. I'm good for a
That
while.
is too many times for me.
Dev, so I don't get this. Hold on. Just explain it to me. We could go back to the main event, y'all want, whatever. You hit a mattress. You stole napkins. Okay? Then you get on the show. You rate yourself a 2 out of 5, 5 being the best. So you did bad. And then they came up to you and say, hey, you did a good job. You want to do this again? Or they just say you did bad. You want to do it again?
They're like, you could do better. They're like, you want to give this another shot.
Yeah, but John, listen. Just to end all this, because this was a hell of a story. I hope David's listening to this one. But listen, just to end it, All right. Are you going to be prepared? Because they're calling it the giggle room. So that's a lot of pressure, buddy.
I'll put it this way. I'm going to go even a step further.
And you're gonna bring the giggly one.
Actually, I am going to bring giggles. She'll
That's
be
gonna
with
be
me.
that's gonna be a lot of giggles in that room.
You got to
You better
giggle
live
a
up
lot
to the
for
name.
that one.
I'm going to
You
have
better live up to the hype, you know.
I'm going to have Miss Giggles live stream it through the Around the Ropes radio show's Facebook page, so you'll all get to see it.
Holy crap. You're putting yourself, the one that rated himself a 2, on that platform?
Jay,
Wow.
Jay, if you do not go there and record yourself,
You got cojones, man.
just to make sure, so that we can then post it to this channel, I'm
Damn.
going to throat punch you.
I should tell Savage to drive me there. Like, hey, you want to see John Blaine?
Actually, I'm going to actually after the show. Hold on.
Here comes another announcement.
No. You bring up Savage.
Jay,
Both pick with him.
I'm going to say right now, you got no balls. You won't do that.
Maybe.
Yeah, prove me wrong.
I just don't know if he want to watch John Blaine bomb. Maybe he would. Maybe you get a laugh.
Actually,
Well, listen, I mean, you guys
Fine,
got you guys have hoodies, right? So, like a fifth, put a fifth in there. Everything's funny after a fifth.
Coming up actually August 22nd, big event is actually presented a sign-in Pennsylvania
That's right.
of a little guy called Ric Flair.
Wow. Now I should take advantage of this just because he needs the money. I should do this.
Saturday, August 29th, starts at 1 p.m. Eastern.
It's my only chance.
Don't
All the
tell him
information-
that. He'll tell you that he makes
It's my only
1.5 a year.
chance.
All the information is right there. Again, guys, this is
This is cool, man. This is the first time I'm seeing this, to be honest.
but so we got that. So that's coming up. Like I
Are
said,
you doing it, John?
I don't know.
Ric Flair?
I don't know. I gotta say,
I gotta see the price. Like, I gotta know.
See how unhinged he is now?
Oh my god.
quickly, I just want.
He
No, but
is literally Ricky the Ram. Like he's
Oh,
living
don't say
Ricky
that.
the Ram's life right now.
Don't say that. That ending was so heartbreaking. Oh god.
Oh, ever since that movie came out, he has said that's how he wants to go.
And it's crazy because when he was talking to Marissa Tomei's character, I was like, oh man, don't do this. And then when I didn't see her, I was like, oh, she left. I was like, oh man, this is bad. So bad. Great movie. Should have won the Oscar. Got robbed that year.
Really, truly did. That was
Gave it to some French dude or something. Like, really?
I can't even remember who they lost to.
If
John, you're on your Google machine right now because all we see is your forehead and your curls.
I think it was some French dude. I don't know.
What movie did the wrestler lose to in whatever year?
Best actor. Just put best actor. Okay.
Yeah, and who Mickey Rourke lost to in best actor.
Give me a second here.
And while we keep the fans entertaining, I'm gonna say this: that main event Saturday. What the?
He won.
And you're telling me Nick Aldis was under the ring wearing a suit the entire time?
I thought he came out of the crowd.
No, came under.
Really?
Under the ring.
I would have preferred if they made him the hooded figure out from under the ring, and then he, pulls it off.
I'm like, why are you wearing a suit, bro?
Well, to be fair, it does track with his NWA character.
But you know how long he's down there? Like,
yeah, probably since the beginning.
I would have been sweating. I'm like,
believe it or not, they actually have those ice fans.
Oh, so they keep him nice and cool.
Yeah, they have like a hole for when somebody has to be under the ring for a long time. I forgot who was talking about it. I think it may have been.
Was it Hornswoggle?
I think it may have been Hornswoggle. Yeah, he was talking about how they have like a little monitor there. They got the ice fan blowing on you so you don't get too hot. Because some people, if they get too hot, they fall asleep.
So what if you have to use the restroom?
There's a Gatorade bottle.
No, I heard supposedly, from what I read, supposedly they're not allowed to use the bathroom like 3 to 4 hours prior to
Did you Google what Ray said?
Yes, and I'm trying to still find it. So just bear with me 1 second.
Hey, rub that eye, baby. Rub it. Clockwise, counterclockwise, whatever way you
It
want.
could just be an
That
eyelash.
could be that could
It
be
could be
your
an eyelash.
comedy act right here. Have you guys ever just started scratching your eyes here and there? Come on, folks. Y'all know y'all how to do it. Look at that. It started like that.
Um. Oh. Oh boy. What I found here was that he won Best Actor,
Who's the guy that won Best Actor? What's his name?
and what
Was it?
2000? No, according to what I'm reading here, he won Best Actor award for in the 2009 Golden Globes.
No, Oscar. Oscar. He lost at the
Oscar.
Oscars.
So okay, so 2009 Oscar. Okay, give me a second. You didn't specify that
Yeah.
part.
Which is crazy because if you win the Golden Globe, you're like lined up to win the whole thing. Just
Oh
nuts.
yeah, that's usually the path.
That's how it goes.
That is usually the path that.
Let's see here. It wasn't actors in the leading role. Oh, it was okay. Here we go.
What's the name?
The one who won it was Sean Penn.
What?
Yeah, he lost to Sean Penn because
What was
Sean
the movie? What was the movie?
Milk.
No.
Nah, bro. I saw that movie. It was good, but
Also in that
nah.
was
So Wrestler wasn't nominated for an Academy Award for Best Picture.
That's even crazier.
It only had 2 Oscar nominations. One was Mickey Rourke for Best Actor, who lost to Sean Penn for
Crazy.
Nick, and the other one was Marissa Tomei for Best Supporting Actress, who lost to Penelope Cruz for Vicky Cristina Barcelona.
That was a good movie, though.
I
Can't
did
knock it.
All right,
I can't knock it.
really?
But that Best Actor thing, I saw Milk like, nah, bro.
I think Milk won solely based on the historical merit that movie carried.
A shooting, pretty much.
You know,
They never seen a shooting like that. Like, you just walk in and
hmm
no, but I do want to get because we do have a wrestling event actually coming up this weekend. I want to kind of run through the card quickly.
go ahead.
NWA 78 makes its return to the historical 2300 arena for NWA 78.
Awesome.
And this has 8 matches announced. So I just want to go through it quickly, see what you guys think about these matches.
Shoot, man.
First match we got here. This is a matchup. I think you can call this matchup the second generation matchup. Kerry Morton takes on Colby Corino.
I'm gonna go with Colby Corino.
Yeah, me too.
I've been a fan of his dad. I've been a fan of him ever since he debuted in Ring of Honor all those years ago. I'm going with Colby.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah, same.
Problem is I think Colby's still coming off of a major injury from what
Is
I
he?
remember. I think he is. And Kerry just recently turned because a couple weeks ago on NWA TV, Silas Mason was taking on Brian Idol,
Mhm.
and at the end, all of a sudden, Kerry went to go put Brian on top of Mason, and basically Silas has basically had a target on Kerry's back, but something's telling me I think Kobe gets the win here. Then we have in singles action, Greta, and if you don't know who Greta is, she is the Amazonian woman
Amazonian.
From NWA who is being paired with Tiffany Nieves.
Mm.
Takes on Natalia Markova, who is your former NWA Women's Champion. This is not for a title. My guess is they're going to use this to set up a future title match for Tiffany and Natalia. I guess my thinking is that's where they're going with this.
Sounds good. I got Greta.
So you got Greta.
Yeah.
I could see that, but like I said, I could see this being played easily as a setup. That at the next show, the next big show NWA has, I can easily see a setup of Natalia versus Tiffany for that title. In triple threat action, we got Kenzie Page versus her sister Kylie Page taking on current WWE superstar Natty Neidhart. Now, if you guys remember, Natty has a little bit of a rivalry.
Yes.
from the last NWA show. Last time they were in Philly, and so
Really?
She won that last one, right?
yeah, she won that last one.
And
Now
wasn't that against one of the pages?
yeah, and now she has both of them at this show.
I didn't know that.
So it would be nice if we could say that she will beat both of them, but it's both I mean,
In essence, this is a 2-on-1 handicap match. If we're
I
as
know,
close as
I
it is.
know. I'm gonna go with Natty.
Yeah, even though they're calling it a triple threat match, something's telling me this will become a 2-on-1 match.
Oh, of course.
Now we get interesting.
You know, hold on, wait. Didn't Natty lose to one of the pages in the Crockett Cup?
No, I think so.
Okay, so
Gotta look that up.
hold on. Let me see this right now. Natty lost to Kenzie at the 2025 Crockett Cup.
Yeah, because I think that was her initial debut.
Yeah, so if that was the case, then I definitely think Natty wins this one.
Yeah. Here's an interesting matchup. 5-way match determine number one contender for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. You have Talos, who is part of the team. I forgot the other guy's name now, but he just won this year's Crockett Cup. Taking on Kratos, who was a former NWA Tag Team Champion. Taking on Effie, Pretty Boy Smooth, with Pastor CeeLo, and some guy named Heath.
I'll take Kratos. Kratos for Jay.
Pretty Boy is Pretty Boy reminds me of a weasel.
Yes.
I think Pretty Boy's going to weasel his way into a win on this one.
Scary enough, I actually agree with you because I feel like with NWA now, I think now they're starting to get away from using the outside names for the titles because we saw it with Nieves. Nieves is homegrown talent.
Mm-hmm.
Hillbilly Silas Mason is a homegrown talent.
Yeah.
Your tag champions, who we're going to get to them in a second here, are homegrown talent.
Mm-hmm.
I think now they're getting to the point now where they're not relying so much on the bigger names to hold the titles anymore in that company. Because you remember for a while, especially look at the women's side, for example, you had, what's her face? Camille was the women's champion for it seemed like an eternity. And she's not there. Thunder Rosa was the champion, was the women's champion also. And I mean, we go through this.
Camille was a far longer champion, and Camille came after her. So
Yeah. And then if you remember on the men's side, Silas Mason is the first homegrown talent to hold that title in the Billy Corgan era.
yeah, that's right. Because technically, no matter how long Trevor Murdoch's worked for him, Trevor Murdoch was not a homegrown talent.
No. And even people, and because like you can even think about it, you're like, well, what about Tom Latimer? No, Tom Latimer was not a homegrown talent.
Nope, he was an NXT talent.
Yeah, and you had Nick, and we'll get into the title picture in a second. But
what was this? The Knights of the Round Table match?
No. We'll get into that one in a second. We'll get to that one in a few minutes. Daisy Kill takes on Eric Smalls in a dog collar match.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you've never seen Eric Smalls wrestle, he is legit small. And I've seen Daisy wrestle before. I saw him wrestle for one of the independent companies in Jersey. He can wrestle.
Who won the ladder match?
Which ladder match?
The one between Daisy and Smalls.
I think it was Daisy.
Then I'm going to go with Smalls to win this one.
Yeah, I could see.
Because they've been treating this as like an old school 80s Four Horsemen, Dusty Rhodes blood feud.
Yeah,
so with Daisy winning the ladder match, then it would make sense for Smalls to win the dog collar match.
Yes. No, I definitely could see that.
Sounds like a great match.
Here we go. Next match we got here. The Country Gentlemen. AJ Kazanza and KC Kazanza takes on Blunt Force Trauma, Carnage, and Damage. Now, this one's another one where, I mean, these guys are all big dudes. All four of these guys are massive dudes. And I mean, we always talk about tag team wrestling. You know, never really getting that spotlight in wrestling anymore. Doesn't matter if it's AEW or WWE or Impact Wrestling. None of them are booking tag team wrestling properly, except the NWA.
Good.
The NWA, I feel like, is the one promotion, and I'll say that till the freaking cows come home, is the one promotion that I feel like is booking the talent the right way.
MLW does very good too with tag teams.
Well, I want to get into MLW in a second because I have a big question to ask with what they just pulled off this past weekend.
Whoa, what they pulled off?
Taped in advance, calm your tits.
Oh, I know what.
That's literally all it was, is the
I
fact
got it.
that they tape in advance.
But, so, Ray, who do you have that one? Country Gentleman or Blunt Force Trauma?
Who are the champions?
Champions right now are Country Gentlemen.
I'm going to take them because they're gentlemen.
Okay. And how long have they been champs?
If you give me a second, I can look that up for you.
Look it up.
Nope, wrong way. Here we go, history. Nope, wrong way. Yeah, some of that.
Don't worry. John, you're one hell of a comedian.
I try to be.
Ba, 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 ba.
Nope, not that one. There's some of gun.
I'm already laughing now. Not even talking.
You would think this is my first time ever doing this.
Oh, the internet. Take your time.
According to this, Ray, they won the titles back on April 25th, but it aired on May 30th.
So technically, they won the titles in beginning of June.
Yeah, basically.
They're going to stay the champions. NWA does not do the hot potatoing on titles, so
No.
they probably have until the end of the year.
But what I also like about NWA is you have so many tag teams that are legit. And especially the one that I like is the team of Slade and Mike Mondo.
Mm-hmm.
They are those guys. Especially you look at Mike Mondo, everybody remembers him as Mikey in Spirit Squad. It's like that's not the same dude.
No, that dude looks like he ate the other dude.
Speaking about the title match, Silas Mason takes on Carson Drake for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship.
I got Mason.
I think for this, obviously, this is more likely going to be your main event for the show. I think this match will be determined with whoever wins the 5-way earlier in the night. And I know that's the political way of basically answer, but I think that's the best way you can answer it. Because if you get somebody, we can go back to that 5-way here.
Mm-hmm.
You got, I mentioned before, Heath, Pretty Boy Smooth, Effie, Kratos, and Talos.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, like, Pretty Boy Smooth is a heel. Effie is Effie. We all know who Effie is.
Right.
Kratos is a babyface. Talos, I guess you can sort of say, is a heel. I think that match, whoever wins that match, will basically be the determination of if Mason walks out as a champion or Carson Drake holds the title.
I don't think it does. I don't. I think that Mason. Excuse me? We seem to have lost lighting here in the Around the Ropes studio.
Blame Rumble.
Why not? I think Retribution hit my electric meter. I don't think it matters who wins. I think that you're going to see Silas retain regardless.
I mean, I gotta admit, he's done very well as a champion.
Yes.
He also has defended that title a lot more in the short amount of time he's held that belt. I feel like in the entire time the NWA has been around under the Billy Corgan era. And I feel like past champions, guys like Nick Aldis, Trevor Murdoch, those guys, yeah, they defended, but it was, few and far between. I feel like with Mason, I feel like we're getting him on TV now every week, defending the title or cutting a promo. And I think that's what I'm impressed by the guy.
I get that. And it just, having the winner of the 5-way be the deciding factor on who wins or retains the heavyweight championship, that's not NWA Billy Corgan style. Okay? This is why I think that the Weasel Boy is going to win. Because it is looking like Smooth, who is a homegrown talent,
Yeah.
is getting a push in the caliber of talent that he is beating, right?
Yeah.
Biggest win to date so far is over Mike Knox. Prior to that, it was Big Cuzzo.
Yes.
The caliber of talent that he is facing is getting higher. That only happens when you are trying to build your next star. So to have him not win the number one contender match and avoid building an actual championship program with the Thrillbilly is contradictory to everything that the NWA has showed you what they are capable of. So having the NWA have Silas win the 5-way, have Thrillbilly retain, and then build a long-term program between the two of them, with ultimately Smooth taking the title. Complete side note, I know we're talking about NWA. We're going to talk about NXT right quick. Why am I wrestling in a flak jacket? Why am I wrestling in Roman Reigns circa 2017 gear?
It's goofy. That whole show is goofy.
Why?
Oh, I know why.
And so, hold on. See, and this is where NXT has just completely lost me. This is where NXT and TKO have lost me. I just looked at this, the final pose for, excuse me, the final pose for me. Why does my ring gear have the American flag on one side and then the Punisher symbol on the other? Smack dab right there on the chest. Knowing the controversy that has surrounded the American flag and the Punisher symbol ever since the Uvalde shooting. Like,
it gets worse every time you watch it, right?
No, like the
joke.
ineptitude. Like I always try to
joke.
I always try to figure out holy shit.
They got a new star.
Yeah.
They're off the air.
Guess who it is?
I was gonna say they're off the air.
Guess who is walking through the crowd on TKO NXT right now?
Sammy Guevara.
What
Enzo.
big name has left?
Enzo.
No, what big name has recently left their company because their contract was up?
Sheamus.
No. What are you talking about?
Mike Santana.
Oh,
Mike Santana is now in the
Oh,
Impact, in the Performance Center.
they freaking need somebody in there. I hope he could change it. Because what they did to Evil, oh my God, I don't even want to watch Evil on TV anymore.
Let's
Jesus.
sign evil.
Jesus. Yeah, he's dying every freaking week. I see him on TV. He's slowly dying. Horrible.
Anyway, getting back to NWA. Yes, I think that Smooth wins the 5-way. Mason retains, and you go into a long-term program that could take you, if done right, and if it is done the old school NWA way, which they kind of have been doing. This could take you to next summer, the feud between Smooth and.
And where's the biggest place they do their big shows at? Is it at the 23 always or is somewhere else?
I think the 23 is probably the biggest place right
well,
now,
well. They usually it's does he have?
or at least the hottest crowd. Let me say it. Let me
But
rephrase.
they don't go to New York or any of that?
They did last year.
Last year, okay.
They did
Where?
in Huntington.
Oh, so by you closely.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean their big show. They just did Hard Times.
Where was that?
That was in Atlanta. They did the Crockett Cup beforehand, which was in the Dallas area.
Okay, so they move around. Okay.
But like they do their regular TV tape in Tampa.
Right.
Mm.
But and this is their anniversary show, so it's going to be their biggest show of the year.
What's their biggest show besides this anniversary? What's like the big WrestleMania show they have? What's it called?
Hard times, I think.
Or
Hard
be
Times?
or be the anniversary show.
Yeah, but I think if you compare the cards over the like, it's more difficult now. But back when they were YouTube exclusive, right? When Power was only found on YouTube before they, started to get TV deals and blow up TV deals. It was very easy to say that Hard Times was their WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Then as they started to evolve, as the roster started to change, Nick Aldis and James Storm were now not just on Hard Times for the title, but then they were in the Crockett Cup show, and then they were on the anniversary show.
I think best I can phrase it is with NWA, what makes them different from like WWE and an AEW is they don't have like their like AEW for example. Their big shows obviously is Double or Nothing, All In, and all that stuff. Obviously, we don't know what it is for WWE. For if you look at NWA, it's tough because they have the Crockett Cup, which is mainly a tag team show. They have Empower, which is like their all women's show. They have whatchamacallit. So I think yeah, you can say Hard Times, but for me, I think it's always going to be their anniversary show. And I think is their biggest show. And you know what's actually funny? We haven't had him on in a couple weeks, and now that we finally got Rumble working again, I'm going to see if I can get him on for another installment of the Capture of the NWA with NWA photographer, the one and only Jason Zupardi. So I'll see if we can get him back on, and maybe he can answer the question since he's literally ringside every freaking show.
Pretty much. He's watching.
And
Yes, buddy.
but like I said, and then you also have the Royals Court match I forgot to mention.
A lot of matches.
Yeah, but you have to realize, Jay, the way the NWA does it, that you can't watch the anniversary show on like Triller or Fight TV.
I can't even
When
watch that.
no, what they do is they'll use that to tape episodes. The reason why there's so many matches is they'll take 3 matches each time and use it for an episode of Power. Like for example, when they did the anniversary show last year, this is a prime example, and they had I think 20 matches. 20 or 21 matches, I think, they had enough programming for like 2 or 3 months worth of TV. So that's the one thing with NWA, they're a little different. They don't stream that when they were on YouTube exclusive, when they were YouTube only. And Ray, I think you remember this from back in the day. When they were YouTube only, they would air Hard Times live, and they would air all that stuff live. Now they don't. Now they keep it strictly for.
Mhm.
But then also, what they'll do is, this is the other part also, is like, let's say, for example, let's say Mason and I'll take that match for example. They won't make that match official as far as, let's say Mason retains or let's say Drake does get the belt. They won't make that official until the match airs. So we won't know, if you're not in the building for that show, you're not going to know for at least a month or two who their champion is. So you can see it. So you'll be able to see it. Here's how you can phrase it. So let's say it is Mason, okay? And let's say Mason is doing a lot of independent stuff. All of a sudden, Mason will have that NWA belt. Or not even that. Sorry. Let's say Drake wins the belt, okay? Drake will have the title, but they won't mention it until it officially happens on TV. That's the one issue I have with NWA, and I feel like they could do better on. Is the fact that they're now back on they're on Tubi now and they're on Comic TV.
Tubi. Okay.
Toby.
They're getting a presence out there. I will definitely say that much. And NWA, I said this for a while. I said this for a while when it came to Impact, but now I'm starting to say this now with NWA. People are watching this. Give NWA a chance. You may not know a lot of the guys, but you're going to see some damn good wrestling. And you're going to see a promotion that actually does tag team wrestling well and does well when it comes to women's wrestling and actually makes all their titles mean something.
And the anniversary shows this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend. So which means you
That's
probably
good.
won't
I
see
can catch
it. Well, here's the thing. You won't, I think, from my understanding, I think next week they're going to start airing the Hard Times matches. So you got to wait a couple months. But if you catch them on Comet TV and you catch them on Tubi, you'll be able to get up to date very quick. And I'll say one thing. The best entrance music they ever had. Ray, do you know which one I'm talking about?
Best entrance of NWA.
Their song that they would come into when the show would start.
Don Dokken. Don Dokken.
Into the Fire. Yep. And it's funny because like when every time I hear that song, I always have the intro playing through my head. And at certain points, I always do like the James, like not James, Eli Drake when he does the pointing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's the one reason I love that song. But like I said,
that was
their first season.
Fuck. It was. They kept it for the first 3 seasons, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but like and also here's a trivia question: who is obviously we know Joe Gailey is the color commentator. You guys remember who the initial play-by-play guy was?
Wasn't it the Pope?
For the Pope. I'm talking season 1.
Season 1. Wow.
God damn, that's so long ago.
I don't know.
He's still relevant now in wrestling. And he wasn't there that long. But he was in season 2, Stu Bennett took over.
Wade Barrett.
Well, it was Wade Barrett, but Wade Barrett took over for somebody.
Yeah. Because Jim Cornette, because of his racially insensitive comments.
Yep. Jim Cornette was the initial play-by-play guy.
Yes, that's what initially got me into NWA, because I heard Jim Cornette on commentary again, and it was like watching Crockett Promotions.
Yep. And then I don't know if you remember, Ray, I think it was the end of season 2 or season 3. They were doing, I think, Hard Times. It's when they were in the studios in Atlanta. And they had that staircase, and going up the stairs, the last shot you saw was Marty Skrull.
Yep. Yeah, and then he got Me Too'd, and rightfully so. And that was it.
Yeah.
That was all for Marty Scurll.
Yeah. But guys, like I said, definitely tune in to NWA every Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern on Comet, or you can catch them on 2B a few days later. Definitely catch them. They like I said before, they have a lot of good wrestling. Guys, just like I said, stay tuned to wrestling because it's getting a lot bigger now. Next week we will have our. Okay, let's say this. We're gonna have our preview of SummerSlam.
Should be
And,
fun.
and here's the thing: could be all three of us, could be two of us. Who knows?
Yeah,
That's what-
maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
Stay tuned.
Um, isn't there like an AEW pay per view or something?
Oh yeah, Redemption.
Yes, that's what it was. I knew it was a new name.
What? That's not. Is that this? That's this weekend.
No, I'm trying to. I was asking when it was.
Oh, I think it's next weekend.
Next
I
weekend.
think next weekend.
Yeah. So we got that. And I know one of the matches for that one. Talk about that quickly. That was teased. I don't know if it became official. Is Copen? No, not Copen Cage. Is the Young Bucks taking on Offspray and Moxley?
Yes.
Because why not? But guys, again, I'm glad we were able to get all the technical issues figured out.
Did we
Definitely.
though, or did we just overcome what we have encountered today?
Definitely.
Because not for nothing, this is why you need your creative director back. Because this set just looks like three freaking hobos just talking. No
Yes.
theme, no
I gotta figure this
business,
out.
nothing. Just three hobos talking.
I will talk to the Grand Pumbaa himself.
Yes, I think this could use some spiffing up.
Yes, this will. But guys, again, I'm glad to have.
Where's the logo, John? How do people know who or what we are?
Where's our sponsor?
No bond.
Jesus.
Not put the sponsor on the logo. That's not how it works.
Guys,
Somebody
guys. This is a work in progress. Okay, I was glad we were able to get on.
fix the audio.
Yes, come next week. This will
Can't
all,
even hear you from my computer.
Jay will we'll make sure
Your
Jay's,
fault, though. That may be on your side.
we'll make sure Jay is all fixed up and ready to go.
Yes.
We'll hire a makeup person because apparently he likes to have the camera a foot away from his nose, and we
I
see.
gotta hold it, man. It's like Jay's been holding this phone. It's like horrible, man. Losing the energy.
Hold on. You're holding the phone so close.
I have to.
And the pitch
Oh, so it just falls. Like that. It just falls.
Dude, it's hilarious when he's talking and all of a sudden he goes
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and then the camera starts going like this.
So Bailey's like.
We'll work on all that stuff during the week, and hopefully Ray can get his lighting working up again. Or if not, then at least have
But
happen like at least have the logo pop up behind you.
Yeah.
listen, let's just say it's good to have Ray back, okay? Without all technical difficulties, we're on a brand new platform. It would not be right if Ray did not start this debut of a new stream platform in Rumble. So, Ray, we're glad to have you back, buddy. Congratulations on the 3.9 GPA.
Yes.
I know at times of rough, but you're hanging on and you're doing it, buddy. You're the prime example of a hard worker. Congratulations, man.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're dealing with your hard times.
Hard times, baby, hard times.
I don't give up.
But
I don't
guys, again,
Put your hand in my hand.
I appreciate everybody who watched us. Obviously, like I said, we will have all the kinks worked out for next week. We'll be back on Facebook next week, so you'll be able to see us again on Facebook. I also don't like the setup; it looks way too weird. Because why am I the one who's by himself? I'm just saying.
I don't know, man. You're a comedian. You tell me.
Oh yeah, sure. Guys, like I said, we'll be back live next Tuesday,
Aspiring.
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll get you guys all set and ready for the 40th anniversary, 40th annual SummerSlam. Coming to you live next weekend from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Unfortunately, we won't be there live, but we'll get you guys ready for the show.
Minnetonka.
And we'll have other stuff. Obviously, we'll talk AEW, Impact Wrestling, all that stuff, and so much more. But for all of us here, guys, again, thank you so much for joining us. Catch us live every week, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, right here on Rumble,
Absolutely.
Facebook, and YouTube, and plenty more to come in the weeks ahead. Oh, I also forgot my announcement.
Jesus, Dixie.
Another one.
Christ.
Another one.
Breed combination. I'll just bring this up quickly. We always talk about breed combination on this show. They haven't done anything in the last couple months due to Anthony Cole's injury with his foot, but they are set to come back, and they are set to actually start a new league called Cushion Combat League,
That's awesome.
which is basically wrestling but with pillows.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
And Around the Ropes is, as I was told by the boss himself, Around the Ropes is the official voice of the Cushion Combat League.
That is
Okay.
freaking amazing. Good
So-
luck to the league. We're about to see it. We're about to hear it.
Oh, yes, we will, because if I can pull things correctly, that boss man will be on the show with us next week.
That's awesome, man. That's really all. We would love to have him on the show.
I will do my damnedest to get on.
Oh no!
Myself
Oh,
available.
oh my God! Don't do this. Oh,
No, I literally said that schedule permitting, I will try to pop in more frequently.
all right. You're scaring Jay. You're scaring Jay. Don't do that again. All
Yeah,
right.
no, I said that in the beginning of the show. Schedule permitting, I'll try to be.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have been in technical difficulties.
I'm pretty sure you were heavily.
I was waiting for John to hit the. Yeah, I'll let Jay in, but you know.
Also, Jay, I know you missed it
Well, it's
earlier.
funny because he was like, he doesn't have his camera on. And I'm like, you got to let him in first. He doesn't have his
Yeah.
camera on. No, you got to let
Let
him
me
in.
in. Let me in.
We did announce earlier, David Reynolds is now going to be our new third co-host.
Yes.
What?
Yes. So, so one of the things that you missed in the beginning, Jay, just a quick recap is
Yeah, I missed a lot.
our August 4th show. It's going to air August 5th there because of the time change and everything. It'll be airing August 5th there. So he will be sharing his birthday with us. And because he's been such a long time follower and loyal fan of the show, and the fact that I have been, here and not here sporadically, we gave David the position of social media host.
Yes.
So he's going to be in the chat, and he's going to do what he does and what he's been doing for the past 7 years. And he's just going to, participate in the conversation, talk to people that have just joined, essentially he's going to be our Rumble mod.
Yes, he is.
Wow.
So
Anything else I missed? There's a lot over here, a lot of information.
Well, Jay,
we're deep in TD land.
Jay, if you miss anything, go back and watch the beginning part of YouTube.
Why? What are you talking about your comedy show till Jay got in? So, the hell did I watch?
In the first 5 minutes, what are you talking about? He was like, "Yep, I'm recording."
Yeah, yep, I did it. It was great. Let's go back to Saturday Night Main Event.
But guys, we're getting out of here.
Yeah, we're out of here. We're out of here.
We'll see you guys next week. Same time, same channel.
For what it is.
We out.